So, apparently, if you're not straight out just buying games, you're not a real gamer. This seems to be the mentality I'm seeing a lot lately out of a lot of different YouTubers who are sitting there just trying to, denounce anybody who doesn't straight out just buy a game day one or doesn't buy it at its $60, in some cases $60 plus tax price tag. And, there are a lot of people who rent games every now and then. Shit, I rent games every now and then. But apparently, since I didn't buy the game, I'm not a real gamer. And if you didn't buy the game, you're not a real gamer. Where the fuck do you come up with this shit? Seriously. You can't seriously be saying this on purpose. I mean, well, what I mean to say is you can't exactly be serious when you're saying this. You're trolling, right? You're just being a gaming asshole. Is that what it is? You just want to be a douchebag, so you're saying things like, well, if you're not buying the game, you're not a real gamer. You're just saying that for attention, right? You're not really believing the shit that's coming out of your mouth when you say these things, are you? Because I wouldn't even know where to begin on that if, any percentage of this ends up being true. But I see gamers out there who are saying things like, well, if you're not buying games, you're poor, or something like that. And since the fuck when did you have to be rich to play video games? I don't remember this being a thing. I don't remember video games being in a class system where you have to be you have to make a certain amount of money or whatever to be considered a real gamer. I don't know where this shit came from, but apparently that is the mentality nowadays. And you know what the worst part about this is? These are people who haven't really been gaming as long as some of us have. Some of us have been gaming longer. But then again, there are people who have been gaming as long as I have, who have this shit spew out of their mouths. And they've been playing since the day one, or even before me. They're playing since the fucking Atari days. I mean, I dabbled in Atari when I was younger, but basically it was Nintendo that brought me into the world of gaming. I don't know, 90% of the gamers my age nowadays. Sure, you got that small 10% that's like, well, gaming wasn't dead because, PC gaming was still going. Dude, I was fucking 5 years old. What the fuck did I know about PC gaming? And by the way, PCs back then, not as affordable as they are now. If you wanted a decent basic one, you were plopping down $2,000 fucking dollars, and not a lot of people were building their own. But anyway, I gotta see people sitting there and if you're not buying the games, or you're not getting the trophies, or you're not doing this, or you're not doing that, you're suddenly not a real gamer. And these are people who've been coming in since the PS2, end of the PS2, the beginning of the PS3 era, or even some people coming in now. They have never touched a gaming console, and now that the Xbox One and PS4 are out, they're buying that shit up, and suddenly they're fucking experts on gaming. It's really? Man, you guys would have been fucking miserable back in the day when we had these things called video stores. I know a lot of people don't know what the hell that is nowadays, but back in the day, you said video stores, we can rent movies, and you can rent games for 3 or 4 days and play them or whatever. It was a weird time. A lot of these people back then, if they had internet back then like we do now, they would be just fucking shitting themselves. They'd be very upset because they got a bunch of more people renting games than whatever. But however, I want to bring something up real quick. I want to say something here. That when PlayStation Now becomes bigger than it is now, I think it's still in the beta stages or whatever, before it becomes an actual thing. And all of you are sitting here going, well, if you're not buying the games, and by the way, I'm pretty sure eventually you're going to see something like this for Xbox as well. So I think there already is something for Xbox like this. I don't know. I don't remember. But, let me know if I'm right or wrong on this. But, when PlayStation Now is supposed to do some streaming services where you can, pay a monthly fee. I'm assuming this is how it works. You pay a monthly fee and you have access to all types. It's kind of like Netflix for gaming, I guess. You want to put it that way? I don't know. It's been a while since I heard about it. They might have improved shit since then. I don't remember. But, when you're paying that monthly fee and you have just about unlimited access to every fucking game in the PlayStation library since PS1 to now, I'm kind of wondering how well you're going to hold up with this whole, well, if you don't buy the game, you're not a real gamer crap. Because I guarantee you that a lot of you are going to sit there and you're going to pay this monthly fee and you're going to think it's the greatest fucking thing you've ever seen. and you want to act like it's the best fucking invention since sliced bread, and you're going to sit there and say, well, if you're not a PlayStation Now subscriber, you're not really a PlayStation Now, you're not a PlayStation fan, you're not a real fan, you're not a real gamer. I guarantee you, the tables on this is going to turn, and everything you're condemning now, you're going to praise the High Almighty that exists for you now, because you've already done this before. I've seen it. All the shit that came in the previous generations, where you guys said, well, we didn't need that, it wasn't that important, is suddenly on the forefront of every fucking thing that's important to you as a gamer nowadays. Now, not everybody's going to be like this, but a lot of you are. And not a lot of people seem like actually, no, there are a lot of people who want to call that bullshit, and they are, but they're not really getting that much attention, and I probably won't get that much attention either for saying all this, but I'm throwing it out there. For everything you shit on, you end up doing and acting like it's the greatest thing ever. So, like I said, okay, I kind of went on a little tangent there and went off topic, but you know what? Might as well cover that while I'm here. So yeah, I don't get this mentality about, you know, if you're only renting games, you're not a real gamer or whatever. Does it really matter? I mean, shit. Gaming is gaming. Whether you're paying the $60 price tag, which is a complete ripoff nowadays when you think about it, because not only are you pay $60 for this game, and you're not even getting the whole game anymore. I mean, a lot of these games are not worth the $60 price tag, especially when they're hiding like $40 more worth of shit on the disc to begin with. And that's going to happen a lot more. And people are going to keep paying for it and paying for it, but they're going to say that people aren't real gamers because they're not doing this. So for those of you sitting there with this mentality and sitting there trying to talk down to other gamers because they're not straight out just buying games, why don't you take the high horse's dick out your ass and stop being such a douchebag about it, alright? People don't feel like spending $60 per game because it's a complete fucking ripoff. I'll rent a game if I look at a game and think, you know what? That game's gonna have a lot of bullshit hidden on it. I'm not gonna pay the full price for it. Fuck them. But I'll try the game out anyway, and I'll rent. I'm pretty sure that these people get some kind of, at least a little bit of revenue from the rental fees. I mean, come on. Like, somebody somewhere had to buy the game from the publisher to distribute it as rental. So, you know, I'm pretty sure there's still a small percentage of rental fee that goes to the gamers. I mean, to the game developers or whatever, so, or not, I don't know how this shit works. So, anyway, just wanted to throw that out there, and a lot of you just need to be fucking over yourself.